subscribe. I went live earlier today on our Instagram with our friends Megan and Carolyn, who are students here at Common Bond. Tomorrow I'm going to go live with Ellen DeWord, who is a fitness instructor here in Eugene. We're going to chat about the success of online platforms for yoga. Other than that, I'm stoked you're here for yoga. Again, give us some shout out and some love. And yeah, that's it for now. Bye.
Hi everyone, Austin here. Just wanted to shout out a quick thank you to everyone that's been supporting us through Patreon. We really appreciate it for each new person that helps support our studio through that way. We're just trying to give you all yoga classes during these crazy times just for free, just to kind of keep us connected and keep us moving with our breath and body during these times. And as always, this class is a 45-minute mindful flow, so really just getting into our bodies and being there for the next 45 minutes just with our breath and body, just to get out of our heads for a bit. For this practice, you might want a block or a pillow or a book or whatever else you want to use to bring the mat closer to you. You could also use a strap. That's probably the least likely prop that you have. So you can also use a towel. You also may not need it at all. I'll give you also variations in the arms that you can do without needing a prop for that, because we'll be doing a lot with shoulder mobility today in this class. So whatever props you have and you want to take for your practice, just have them ready and we'll go ahead and get started. We'll start seated today. Just a nice, easy seated position, crossing the legs. You can also extend them. You can also sit up on a block to keep your hips in line with the knees and find a little bit more ease in the body there. Allow the eyes to close. Set the palms anywhere along the legs, knees, thighs, doesn't matter. Palms can face up or face down. Just notice which option you choose. Taking that time here, just start to explore the body. See what's going on here on your mat. This moment, this time in your practice. Just noticing the overall length in the body. See if you're rounding in the spine. Try to invite some length there. Lift up through the crown of the head. Pull the shoulder blades together. Find some openness through the chest, through the heart. Chin will be slightly lifted up. Just notice any parts of the body that are calling out to you right now in this moment. Whether or not there's parts of the body that are super tight right now or in pain or just uncomfortable sensation. Maybe you notice. Maybe from that point of noticing, you decide to take some action about it, whether or not you make an adjustment in the body, find some extra support, some extra comfort here as we rest. Sit with some stillness for a bit. Start to notice what's going on with the mind, that unrelenting stream of thought that sometimes overwhelms us. What's going on there? What thoughts might be coming up over and over again? Or is it a bunch of different thoughts? Are you fixated on one thing? Not trying to change anything about the thoughts or the body unless you're changing for comfort. Kind of just really sitting with what's coming up. My own practice has been kind of emotional lately with everything that's going on. So just notice if you notice any feelings coming up throughout your practice and just give it some room to be there, to kind of just let it out in the next 45 minutes or for the rest of your day. Start to direct more focus to the breath. That action our body takes to keep us alive. Sometimes we kind of ignore, don't really pay attention to in our day. Fostering that deeper connection with it here. Notice the length of it, the depth of it. Can you hear the breath? Where is the breath moving the body? Is it more in the belly, more in the chest? Do you feel that expansion outward, that lift up on that inhale, and that slight release on the exhale. And starting to grow that breath, counting out our breaths for this practice. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Making it a bit bigger. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more breath just like that. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that inhale here at the top. Notice that need, that craving to exhale. Hold it. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that exhale. Pull in the lower belly. Empty out as much as you possibly can. Hold it there. Notice that crave to breathe in. And then take that nice deep inhale. Fill up. Release it all out. Start to find some movement. Inhale. Exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Stretching out through the back of the neck. Inhale, start to roll right ear to right shoulder. Eyes can stay closed here, stretching out through the side of the neck. Exhale, roll the chin back down to the chest. Notice the point of stretch that changes as you move the neck down. Inhale, roll left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, bring it back down. Taking that again side to side. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, bring chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, release. Taking one giant circle on your next inhale, rolling all the way through the right. Bring the head all the way back. Exhale through the left-hand side. Bring the chin back down. One giant circle in the opposite direction. Inhale through the left-hand side. Bring it all the way back. And exhale to come down through the right. Pause here, chin to chest. Notice any room, any relaxation, some additional stress that may have left the neck. If any is still residing there, just invite it to release throughout your practice today. Inhale, bring the chin back up to center. Take that exhale out. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Reach the fingertips up, palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Still allowing the eyes to stay closed, really just connecting with the body here, not allowing that visual information just yet to enter. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, bring the arms directly out to your side, reaching the fingers towards the side of the room. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades back, puff the heart out, maybe drop the neck slightly back. Take an inhale. Exhale to wrap the arms around you, right over left, hugging yourself. Walk the hands towards each other, across your shoulder blades. Drop the chin into the chest. Breathe into this nice hug. Next inhale, open the arms back up, puff the heart. Take an exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, sweep up. Grow as tall as you possibly can. Notice the sit bones pushing down, fingertips reaching up. Exhale, bring the arms out towards the side. Inhale here. Exhale, shine the heart forward, lift the gaze up. Inhale. Exhale, left arm crosses over right to come back into that hug. Walk the hands close towards each other, down the shoulder blades. Drop the chin into the chest. Take a round of breath here. Inhale to open up. Reach the heart forward. Exhale to release. Inhale, sweep up, palms meet. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Pause here for a round of breath in. Round of breath out. Maybe now blink the eyes open. Notice what it looks like around you, that adjustment of the eyes to the light in the room. Start to transition to that tabletop position, either extending the legs in front of you, sweeping to the side, rolling over the shins. Just coming to the top of your mat, stacking shoulders above wrists, spreading nice and wide through the fingertips. Notice the texture of your mat against your skin. Hips stack above knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows out towards the side. Inhale to wrap the elbows towards each other. Squeeze them in towards each other as much as you can. And exhale, press into the hands. Biceps are rotating forward here. Notice how this is more active than your normal tabletop position in the arms. Start to move through that cat-cow flow with the arms in this position. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze forward. Cow. Exhale, press everything away. Tuck the hips underneath you. Arch through the spine as much as you can. Feel that stretch in the shoulder blades. Inhale, drop it all down. Bring the gaze to the top of the mat. Cow. Exhale, tuck it all back in. Take 2 more rounds. Explore your own movement here if you want to wiggle side to side or any other movements here that feel good for the body. Come to neutral tabletop. Drop down to the forearms. Shoulders are stacked above elbow joints still. Come into baby cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze forward towards the front of the fingertips. Exhale, press into the forearms, tuck the hips underneath you. Just take that a couple times. Inhale for baby cow. Exhale, baby cat. Notice how the stretch has changed in the shoulders and the upper back. How you may be targeting a new part of your body, stretching it out here. Take one more round. Meet back at neutral. Plant the hands where the elbows were. Come back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath you. Inhale, press your weight into your hands. Find more weight into the base of those knuckles. Then lift the knees, hover the kneecaps. Now exhale, take the hips all the way back. Maybe a nice deep bend in the knees in your first down dog. Maybe you pedal the legs out a couple times, bending one leg, straighten through the other, switching it through the other side. Just notice where sensation is in this posture. If you notice a deep stretch in the backs of the legs, the calves, the tendons on the backs of the legs, Achilles heels, where your weight is in your hands, the strength in the arms that's holding your upper body. Pause for a round of breath, wherever you want to in this posture. Exhale, if you already haven't bent into the knees, bend into them. Bring the gaze up towards the fingertips. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Coming into a ragdoll. Deep bend into the knees. Torso drapes over the legs, allowing the upper body to completely release down towards the mat. The legs are engaged still. Press through the insides of the feet. Release the head. Breathe here. You can bring hands to elbows, shoulders. Sway side to side, whatever feels good here. Start to release the hands back down to the mat. Bring weight into the heels. Inhale with those strong legs. Roll up vertebra by vertebra. Allow the arms, the head to remain heavy as you curl up vertebra. Each one clicking into place as you come up. Head, shoulders will be the last thing to rise as the hips press forward. Take that nice shoulder roll. Inhale the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. Pull shoulder blades together. Open up the arms. Palms face forward. Maybe seal the eyes closed. Find that strength, that root down through the feet. Press it through the insides of the feet, through the heels, through the palms of the feet, the bases of the feet. Feel that strength in the legs as you root down and reach up through the crown of the head. Finding as much length here possible in this active mountain pose. One more round of breath. Next, inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. You bring the gaze up towards the fingertips. Blink the eyes open. Exhale, bend deeply into the knees as you start to hinge forward, come into that standing forward fold, that ragdoll position. Inhale, halfway lift, bring the hands underneath the knees. Press the palms into the shins to pull the crown of the head forward. Lower belly is engaged, pulled in, tucked in. Take a round of breath here. Find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, soften into the knees. Come back into your forward fold. Weight into heels. Inhale, rise up, reach arms out, and then up as lower belly keeps in. Bring it all the way towards the ceiling, palms touch. And exhale, draw it back to the heart. Just 2 more rounds of that movement, just like that. Move with your breath. Inhale, sweep up. Take it nice and slow. Notice every movement that you make. Exhale, bend into the knees. Hinge forward, come into that forward fold. Legs can straighten here for this round if they're warmed up enough, or you can still keep that bent. Inhale for that halfway lift. Press into the shins, reach forward, find that length in the spine. Exhale, come down. Shift weight into heels. Lower belly in. Sweep up, arms out, up. Palms touch. Exhale, draw through. One more round like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up towards the ceiling. Palms touch. Exhale, bring it all to the heart. Seal the eyes. 3 rounds of breath here. Deep rounds of breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Let it go. Again, deep inhale. Fill up as much as you can. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the hands down towards your sides. Bring them behind your lower back. clasp the hands, or you can just grab onto forearms, or you can use the strap if it's too much in the shoulders here. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Palms are clasped to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Punch the ceiling with those fists. You pull the shoulders away from the body, lift them up instead of allowing them to collapse into the neck. Find that space in between. Breathe here into the legs. Hold for a round of breath. If you want, you can also bend into the right knee. Keep the left leg straight and start to open the chest slightly towards the left-hand side of the mat. Fists are still punching up. Maybe start to bend into that left knee, straighten through the right leg, and start to open the chest over towards the right. Exhale, bend back into the right knee. Bend into both knees. Bring the palms, the hands to the lower spine. Release them down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Bend into the knees, plant the hands. Step both feet back. Meeting in high plank, off the knees or on the knees. Wherever you're at, belly in, elbows squeeze in towards the side body. Gaze is slightly lifted forward, shoulders are lifted. Find that length through the spine. Inhale, move shoulders past the wrist. And exhale, lower chest and belly all down in one piece towards the mat. Once again, you can find that strap or forearms, binding the hands behind you. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, lift the kneecaps. Pause here for a breath in, a breath out. Maybe next inhale, start to roll the heart off the ground, reach the crown of the head forward. Maybe exhale, pull the hands back, forearms back to find a little lift. Hold here for a round of breath in. A round of breath out. One more inhale. And exhale, release everything down to the mat. Set the hands to your side. Pause for a moment. Be with stillness. Bring the hands underneath the chest. Squeeze the elbows towards the ribcage. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hips off the mat first, then press into the hands, lift up through your tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift hips up and back down, dog. 3 breaths here. Notice how this posture has changed. Maybe a little, maybe a lot, maybe none at all since the first time you were in it. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's harder. Exhale, bend into the knees. Look forward. Slowly walk the feet towards the top of your mat. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale, draw it through heart center. Take a round of breath here. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, take the hands behind you again. Either grab onto the forearms, interlace the fingers, find hands on that strap or towel. Inhale. Exhale, soften to the knees, hinge forward, bow towards the mat as the arms lift up and over. Punch that ceiling with the fist or the forearms to lift shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, bend into the knees. Bring the hands to the lower back and then to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Bend into the knees. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Drop the foot so it's completely on the ground. Toes point out to the right-hand side of your mat. Start to cartwheel the arms up to your warrior two. Checking your alignment here, hands to hips. Find that knee above ankle, either widen the distance in between the feet or shorten the distance between how much sensation you're looking for in this posture. Square the hips up to that right-hand corner of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale to twist the torso towards the side of the room. And then open up the arms. Pull shoulder blades together, slightly puff the heart out. Gaze can come towards the side or towards the front of the room. Breathe. You can stay here in your warrior one. Warrior two, sorry. Or you can wrap the right arm underneath the left, binding the arms in eagle position. This is the option where you can also, if this is too much in the shoulders, you can just grab onto the shoulders like we were doing earlier in the practice. Or you can bind the arms, maybe the palms touch. Once again, you can just stay here. Or you can take an inhale. And exhale, keep the legs exactly where they were as you hinge forward, bring those arms down towards the ground. Still pressing through that back leg, keeping that left knee above left ankle. Drop the head, breathe. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale to unbind the arms, bring them down to the mat. Walk them towards the front of the mat, spinning onto the palm of the back foot or releasing the hands down if you're at warrior two. Step the right foot to meet the left. Meet in that standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Bend into the knees, plant the hands. This time, left foot steps back. Spiral that foot down, toes point towards the left side of the mat. Bring the arms up and then to the hips. Find that distance in between the legs that feels good in this posture. Align that knee above ankle. Square the hips towards that left corner of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate the chest towards the side of the room. Then open up the arms. Shoulder blades pull back. Heart slightly puffs out. Stomp through that left leg. Once again, feel free to stay here. Or you can wrap a left arm underneath right, binding those arms, the eagle arms, or bringing the arms to hands to shoulders. No need to go any farther than this in the shoulder stretch. Warrior two variation. Or keep the legs exactly where they are. Inhale. And exhale, bow towards the side of the mat. Still keeping that right knee tracking above ankle. Straightening as much as you can through that right leg. Left leg. Breathe here, 2 rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Walk them towards the front of the mat or release the hands down from warrior two to frame the front foot. Finding runner's lunge. Step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down to the mat. Bend into the knees, plant the hands. Step both feet back this time. And choosing whether you want to come through your high plank or from the knees or off the knees. Inhale, shoulders past wrists. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lower chest and belly down, hopefully in one line, maybe not. Inhale for your back bend of choice, baby cobra, full cobra. Just take a round of breath there. And exhale, bring it all the way back to child's pose, hips to heels. Bring forehead in contact with something, the mat, a block. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Allow the spine to round after opening a lot through the shoulders, through the chest. One more breath here. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the torso up, drop the hips back, just as transition through hero's pose. Drop the hips to the side, swing the legs forward towards the top of your mat. And then start to plant that right foot into the mat, in line with the knee at first. Pick that leg up, take the foot to the outside of the left knee. Walk it up towards the left heel, drop that knee, so it's maybe on top of that left knee. You can also take a block, slide it in between the gap if it's noticing you're lifting up high. You can stay here if this is too much in the hips. If you want a little bit more sensation, you can sweep that left heel towards the right hip, so these knees are stacked right above each other. Heels are slightly aligned with each other as well. Or bound legs. Take an inhale, reach up through the crown of the head. Maybe exhale, start to hinge forward, bring the forehead towards the knee. Another variation from this posture is to take those bound hands behind you, pull the shoulder blades back, and exhale, bow the forehead towards the knee as the arms lift up. They won't come all the way towards the ceiling, but they're punching the back wall. You can use the strap here, a towel, or maybe just grab onto forearms and pull them back. One more breath. Inhale to rise back up. Unleash the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Release the hands down to the feet. Slowly start to unwind the legs, first reaching that left leg forward, then the right foot. Maybe pedaling out the legs if the hips lock out. And then setting up for other side, planting the left foot into the mat in line with the knee, then taking it to the outside of the right knee. Sliding that heel back towards the right hip, so the left knee stacks above right. This is as far as you want to go. Feel free to stay here. Take that block underneath the knee. Or you can sweep that right heel towards the left hip, stacking the knees up. Didn't offer this on the other side, but I'll offer here. You can press the fingertips into the mat, shake the hips. And hopefully their knees stack a little bit more on top of each other. Maybe nothing changed at all, and it was just fun shaking around. Find heels stacked in line with each other, knees stacked above each other. Maybe that block to support this posture as well. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head. Exhale, bow it forward. Take a round of breath here. If you next inhale, you can rise up, take that bind of the arms, whether it's palms touching, forearms strap. Pull the shoulders back wherever you're at. And exhale, bow forward. Forehead to knee. Maybe it takes a little rounding through the spine, lower belly in. One more breath here. Inhale, lift you up. Unwind the arms. Inhale, sweep them up towards the ceiling, palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Release the hands to the knees. Slowly unwind the legs. Right leg and then left. Maybe pedal it out. To find a little bit more strength in the shoulders, in the back, taking a couple of rounds of reverse tabletop. So take the hands behind you. Fingers will point towards the glutes. First, pull elbows towards each other, puff the heart out, shoulder blades pull together. Plant the soles of the feet into the mat about hip distance apart. Gaze will slightly lift up towards the ceiling at first. Take a round of breath, just staying here with a puffing of the heart, lifting up. Take an exhale. Next, inhale, press into the heels, lift the hips up. Drop the head back, maybe. Take an inhale. Maybe exhale, press even more into the heels, lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down to hover. Inhale, press back up. 2 more rounds just like that. Lower, and exhale, hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach it back up. This round, you can also walk the feet forward, trying to stomp the soles of the feet onto the ground for another variation. Reach the toes towards the mat as much as you can. Maybe they slightly come off. Just invite them to come towards the ground. Take a round of breath here. And exhale, set it all the down. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Bend deeply into the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, round through the spine. Bring the hands to any point along the legs. Keep the knees bent here. Just allow this to be a restorative posture. Allow the head to fall in between the knees. One more breath here. Inhale, start to lift back up. Straighten through the legs. Plant the soles of the feet onto the mat. Wrap the arms around the knees. Walk the feet a little closer in. And then a little closer in. Maybe start to come onto the toes. Lift the heels. Wrap the arms even closer in. So you start to balance on the tailbone. Hold here for breath. Check behind you. I'm about to hit that chair. Don't be me. You have to walk a little bit forward. And just allow yourself to fall backwards. Maybe you rock side to side, massage the lower back. Plant the soles of the feet onto the ground. Take a breath here. Start to pick up the right leg. Just like in those bound legs from earlier, wrap that leg on top of the left. Start to stack that right knee on top of the left knee. Start to lift the legs towards you, trying to get those knees in line with each other. Maybe they won't fully come in line. That's perfectly fine. You can grab onto the knees, pull them towards the belly. If you want a bit more sensation, you can reach the hands, grab onto the sides of the feet, flex the feet, point the toes towards each other. Maybe take an inhale. Maybe exhale, pull the feet towards the ground. Feel a stretch in the back of the hip. That point, that piriformis, that trigger point on the back of the glutes. Maybe you feel it on the right side intensely. Maybe you feel nothing at all. You can inhale, reach the feet further out towards the sides of the mat, and then exhale, pull them further down towards the ground to intensify the stretch. 3 breaths here. Start to release the hands from the feet, sit the forearms down to the ground, unravel the legs, reaching them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly bring them down to the mat. Take the feet the width of the mat. Just floss the knees from side to side, right to left. Meet with knees back at center. Pick up the left leg. Wrap it on top of the right. Try to get that left knee above right knee. Lift the legs towards you. Maybe you walk those knees a little bit more in line with each other, or maybe they don't move at all. Grab onto the knees, maybe pull the knees towards you. And also reach the hands to grab onto the sides of the feet. Flex the feet, toes point towards each other. Inhale. And maybe exhale, pull the feet closer towards the ground. Maybe feel that piriformis start to stretch out. Once again, maybe you feel nothing and you have to find a bit more stretch. Inhale, reach the feet further out towards the side of the mat. And exhale, pull them further down towards the ground. Another thing where you might not feel the stretch, if you notice your lower back coming off the mat quite a bit, invite it to plant into the ground. 3 breaths here. Next, inhale, release the hands down, forearms into the mat, reach the legs up. Maybe it takes the hands to the backs of the thighs. Close the eyes, pause here, allow the hands to support the legs and the legs up the wall. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the feet down, mat width apart. Once again, allow the knees to fall right to left. A couple of times. Twisting through the lower back, some gentle twists, massage out the organs. Meet with knees back at center. Maybe curl the knees in towards the belly. Rock side to side. Maybe you find a happy baby for breath or any other postures that your body is craving in this moment. Take a couple of moments for yourself, your own inner teacher here. No one knows what your body needs more than yourself. Take a moment to honor that. And only when you're all good and ready to go do you start to meet in corpse pose. Splay out in all directions. Take up as much space as you possibly can on your mat, in your room, wherever you're at in this world. Set up for comfort using any of those props, blankets, pillows to find as much ease as you possibly can in this pose. Where is the breath in this moment? How is it flowing through the body? What parts of the body are in contact with the ground, with the mat? Notice. What's coming up in the body, in the thoughts? What feelings may be lingering around? Maybe allowing yourself just to open up to be receptive to those feelings. Give them some time just to release. Whether it's happiness, grief, sadness, anxiety, just allow it all come out. I promise it may be hard, but it's going to come out one way or another, so just allow it to happen. Notice it. Try not to fight anything at all. Allow the eyes to seal. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice cleansing breath. Release the breath. Allow the lips to part, tongue drifts away from the roof of the mouth. Allow the body to just melt into the mat, find as much ease as you can here in the physical self. Try to stay here as long as you possibly can. You won't regret it. Light within me honors and respects the light within all of you out there. I wish you well, health, peace, well-being. Namaste.